Namaskar and a very good evening to everyone present here. I, Abhilash Senapati, Registrar Records, High Court of Orissa. On behalf of the High Court of Orissa, I extend my heartiest greetings to everyone on the occasion of felicitation of members of the High Court of Odisha Legal Assistants Association having completed 30 years in their profession. It is indeed our honor to welcome all the honorable guests, judicial officers, officers of the registry, President, High Court of Odisha Legal Assistants Association, Secretary, High Court of Odisha Legal Assistant Association, all the legal assistants present, members of print and electronic media, and all the dignitaries present today in this felicitation ceremony. And we thank you for your gracious and benign presence in this gathering. May I now request Honorable Dr. Justice S. Muralidhar, Chief Justice, High Court of Orissa, to kindly add on the dais. May I now request Dr. Justice Subhashish Talapatra, Judge, High Court of Orissa, to kindly add on the dais. May I now request Dr. Justice Vidyut Ranjan Sadangi, sir, Judge, High Court of Orissa, to kindly add on the dais. May I now request Vasant Kumar Raut, President, High Court of Odisha Legal Assistant Association, to kindly add on the dais. May I now request Dilip Kumar Mahanti, Secretary, High Court Odisha Legal Assistants Association, to kindly add on the dais. On this August occasion, we welcome Dr. Justice S. Muralidhar, Chief Justice, High Court of Orissa, and all the honorable companion judges of the High Court of Orissa. We are indeed fortunate to have my Lord's presence amongst us on this vibrant occasion and thankful for sparing their valuable time despite such busy schedule. We are also fortunate to have amongst us Honorable Chief Justice Subhashish Talapatra, Judge, High Court of Orissa, on the dais, along with Dr. Justice Vidyut Ranjan Sadangi on the dais, Shri Vasant Kumar Raut and Dilip Kumar Mahanti as members of Legal Assistant Association on the dais. May I now seek the permission from the dais to kindly declare the event as open, sir. Thank you, sir. The event is declared open. Now may I request Registrar General, High Court of Orissa, Shri Pratap Kumar Patra, to kindly present the welcome address. Sir.
धन्यवाद अभिलाष। नमस्कार एवं शुभ संध्या। सम्माननीय मुख्य विचारपति हाईकोर्ट ऑफ ओडिशा डॉक्टर जस्टिस एस मुरलीधर, सम्माननीय जस्टिस एस तालपत्र, सम्माननीय डॉक्टर जस्टिस बी आर सोलंकी सर, सभापति बसंत कुमार राउत लीगल असिस्टेंट एसोसिएशन, सचिव दिलीप महांती लीगल असिस्टेंट एसोसिएशन, मु प्रताप कुमार पात्र ओडिशा हाईकोर्ट रजिस्ट्रार जनरल, समस्त मान्यवर अतिथि और उपस्थित थिबा समस्त सज्जन मंडली को हार्दिक स्वागत जनाऊँ। आज संबर्धना समारोह रे ओडिशा हाईकोर्ट तरफ प्रोफेशन रे 30 वर्ष पूर्ण करिथिबा लीगल असिस्टेंट एसोसिएशन रो सदस्य मानक सम्मानित करा जिवो। एही अवसर रे ओडिशा उच्च न्यायालय मुख्य विचारपति डॉक्टर जस्टिस एस मुरलीधर आम गहन को आसीथिबारु आमे विशेष भावे सम्मानित ओ संतोष अनुभव करूछु। सार एही अवसर रे आमे आपन हार्दिक स्वागत करूछु एवं एही कार्यक्रम रे आपनकर मूल्यवान समय दैथिबारु आमे आपन धन्यवाद जनाउछु। ओडिशा हाईकोर्ट रो मान्यवर विचारपति माने एही संबर्धना समारोह रे जोग दैथिबारु आमे गौरवान्वित। निजर व्यस्तबहुल कार्यसूची सत्ते एही अवसर रे उपस्थित थिबा मान्यवर विचारपति मानकु आमे स्वागत करी धन्यवाद जनाउछु। एही पवित्र अवसर रे मु हाईकोर्ट बार एसोसिएशन सदस्य और पदाधिकरण मानक मध्य स्वागत जनाउछि। ओडिशा हाईकोर्ट लीगल असिस्टेंट एसोसिएशन सभापति, सचिव एवं समस्त पदाधिकारी मानक मध्य स्वागत जनाउछि। प्रिंट और इलेक्ट्रोनिक्स मीडिया रे जो माने सब आज आम गहन रछंती सेमानक मध्य स्वागत जनाउछि। प्रोफेशन रे 30 वर्ष पूर्ण करिथिबा ओडिशा हाईकोर्ट लीगल असिस्टेंट एसोसिएशन रो सदस्य मानकु मो स्वागत एवं अभिनंदन जनाउछि। आमे जानिछु जे आपण माने एही सफलता पई कठिन परिश्रम करिसंती एवं आमे आपण मानकर समर्पण को वास्तव में प्रशंसा करुछु। विगत वर्ष मानकरे आपण मानकर प्रतिभा एवं प्रयास आम सफलतार सहायक होईछि। मिलित भावे आमे आपण मानक सफलता एवं प्रतिबद्धता को नि गर्व करुछु। आपण माने जिउ सेवा प्रदान करुछंती सेति पई आमे गर्वित एवं एही उल्लेखनीय कार्य पई आमे आपण मानक अभिनंदन जनाउछु। आपण मानक अनेक अनेक शुभकामना प्रोफेशन रे 30 वर्ष पूर्ण करथिबारु अभिनंदन धन्यवाद।
Thank you, sir, for the warm welcome extended to our guests and dignitaries. May we now request the President, High Court of Odisha Legal Assistance Association, Shri Vasant Kumar Raut, to address the gathering.
Namaskar. Jai Jagannath. Respected Honorable Dr. Justice S. Muralidhar, Chief Justice of Odisha High Court, the Honorable Mr. Justice S. Talapatra, and Honorable Dr. Justice Mr. B. R. Sarangi, and all honor judges of Honorable High Court, the registers, all other judicial officers, ministerial staffs, member of the Odisha Legal Assistant Association, ladies and gentlemen. I, on behalf of the association, being the president, saying that it is a great pleasure to us that our Honorable Chief Justice sympathetically considered the grievance of our association and felicitating declared some benefit for the betterment of our association. It is also great pleasure for us that the Honorable Chief Justice is kind enough to felicitate our member, which is a great achievement which we cannot forget. We will remain grateful forever. We feel such an achievement. It like this moon comes from heaven to earth. The achievement is proof that the advocates clerks are actual part and parcel of the judiciary and also maintaining the dignity and integrity of court. We are very grateful to Honorable Chief Justice and the Honorable Judges of the court making such a program for a benefit of members of the Legal Assistant Association and also felicitating them. We are very glad that the Honorable Chief Justice and Honorable Judges are dispensing their valuable time for making such a program, for which we will bow down our head and remain grateful. We do not take further valuable time of our honorable judges and guests and closing my speech. Judge, Dhanyavad.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your valuable thoughts. May we now request my Lord Honorable Chief Justice B. R. Sarangi, Judge, High Court of Orissa, to kindly address the gathering.
शुभ संध्या। आज संध्यार मुख्य अतिथि ओडिशा उच्च न्यायालय मुख्य विचारपति डॉक्टर एस मुरलीधर महोदय, डॉक्टर एवं अन्य मुख्य वक्ता जस्टिस एस तालपत्र महोदय एवं मंच पर थिबा लीगल असिस्टेंट एसोसिएशन प्रेसिडेंट मिस्टर बसंत राउत महोदय एवं सेक्रेटरी श्रीयुक्त दिलीप बाबू एवं सर्वोपरि मो सामने बसी मोर सान भाई माने हाईकोर्ट विचारपतिगण एवं जहाँ पे आज सभार कार्यक्रम समस्त लीगल क्लर्क एसोसिएशन मेंबर मानू मु मो तरफ शुभेच्छा जनाऊँ। आपण मान को देखला पर मोर मन हुए जे आमे से दिन फेरी जाइचु जो दिन आपण मान संगे किसी समय कटिचु एवं आपण माने होचंती नूतन पीढ़ी जो माने आसुचंती वकिलाती करिवा पई सेमानकर दिग्दर्शक। कहीं कथा आज कहूची मु एतले 86 मसिया जॉइन कली ओडिशा हाईकोर्ट रे सेते बेले आम ऑफिस रे मास्टर बाबू थांती एवं प्रफुल्ल कुमार नायक भी थांती से बयस अधिकता हेतु मास्टर बेसी दिन आसु न किंतु मोर प्राथमिक शिक्षा बा खड़ी छुआ आरंभ होईची प्रफुल्ल नायक ठारू। मुझे आपण मैंने स्वीकार करुच्ची जहाँ आमको शिखई प्रफुल्ल कुमार नायक आमको शिखैछन्ति एवं तांके संगे मु 6 मास काल सेक्शन बुली बुली देखिछि कोठी कोन होउछि कोन न होउछि केना हाईकोर्ट रे प्रथम कथा हला प्रत्येक जिनिस नियम धारा भीतर चले एवं हाईकोर्ट जहाँ चली सेटा हाईकोर्ट रूल्स द्वारा परिचालित आम सीना रूल्स तो पढ़ीदेलु किंतु तार प्रकृत केमिति भाव नियंत्रण होउछि सेटा आपण माने शिखांती एवं आपण माने संगे जो वकील बुली प्रत्येक सेक्शन देखि फाइलिंग केमिति होउछि को फाइल का पाखु केमिति जाउछि से फाइल केमिति डिफेक्ट रिमूव होउछि से डिफेक्ट कोन कोन रहिछि से डिफेक्ट केमिति रिमूव हेई परिबो जदि सर्टिफिकेट कॉपी देनी ताले कोन हबो तेणु ये जिन वर्षे 1.5 वर्ष यदि आप न बुला वकील वकील हो पारे केवल जे कोर्ट रे बसी आर्गुमेंट कले सेटा नुहे प्रोसीजर जाना दरकार से प्रोसीजर जानापी आपण मान साहाय्य सहानुभूति निश्चित हवा दरकार एवं आज हाईकोर्ट एत बाट आसी आपण मान सहयोग आपण मान सहयोग एत बाट आसी आपण मैंने होती गोटे स्टेक होल्डर हाईकोर्ट डेवलपमेंट में तेणु आपण मैंने जहाँ कर आज जिते वकील आप समस्त प्रति आपण किसी अवदान रही मु भावुची जे अवदान आपण समस्त भविष्य पढ़ी जो आसुँच भविष्य पीढ़ी पे आपणकर निश्चित भाव में किसी दान रही दान है शिखेबा व्यक्तिगत लेवल किसी असुविधा रही पारे किंतु से असुविधा किसी असुविधा नुहे कारण नुआ पिला जो जॉइन कर जान न था किसी तेणु सी किसी इवन व्यवहार खराब कले आप सही मनीष कर चिर कृतज्ञ आज देखुचे मो सामने बस राम भाई मो सामने बस भास्कर बाबू बामन बाबू एवं एम समस्त पुराणा मोर एवं एम अवदान ये हाईकोर्ट किसी कम नुहे तेणु भावुँ आपण जिते नुआ पिला जॉइन कर बस शिखिले किसी पाइबे एवं जीवन में समस्ते दौड़िया चेष्टा कर समस्ते दौड़ुचे ये आग पहुंचे किए पछे पहुंचो तेणु आग पहुंचे पछे पहुंचा कथा नुहे कथा हूँ संस्था केमती भल रमें केमती समस्त भल कर चिंता करवा दरकार एवं मु निश्चित भाव में कृतज्ञता जनइबी मोर मुख्य विचारपति डॉक्टर एस मुरलीधर को कहीं ना जिते डिजिटेशन वर्क चलला एवं ईमेल ई फाइलिंग चलला से मोर धारणा है जे आपण मानकर व्यवसाय तो निश्चित किसी भाव आंच आसी से जहाँ जहाँ किसी पैसा पाते चलवार किसी कष्ट होती किसी भी मोहरी प्रोफेशन छाड़ी से अन्य प्रोफेशन व्यस्त रही यहाँ जो चीफ जस्टिस नोटिस को आसला चीफ जस्टिस चाहिए किसी आप सुविधा करने से मु निजे प्रेसिडेंट को सेक्रेटरी आपकी कथबार्ता है आम डिसाइड करूँ जे आपण गोटे फंड कलेक्शन हम जोटा कि मुझे ड्राफ्ट करी हाईकोर्ट बार एसोसिएशन वेलफेयर फंड कथा से 50% गोटे बेनिफिट रखा जोटा कि परवर्ती मुहूर्त में हाईकोर्ट बार एसोसिएशन वाला ग्रहण नक पैसा दे ना से चिंता करूँ से पैसा कलेक्शन पहुंचो किंतु बर्तमान आम भावुँ जे केमती आपण मानकर संस्था ठीक चलो से गोटे 10 टंकिया स्टाम्प देवाई चीफ जस्टिस साहब राजी होती से स्टाम्प पाइले हूँ तो आपण मानकर वेलफेयर पे किसी काम लगी पार तो से चिंताधारा अच्छु बाकी अन्य जिन जहाँ डिमांड करम पाखे आम विचार करुँ समय सुजोग देखिए आप निश्चय उपस्थापन करूँ आम भितर भल संपर्क रही आम केमी आगे नवा से आपण सहयोग आम कामना करुँ आपण मैंने भावतुनि जे आपण मैंने आम अलग कहीं गोटे सिस्टम भितर चलिले आमर हाईकोर्ट स्टाफ रे आमर एडवोकेट्स क्लर्क रे एडवोकेट्स मैंने रे तापर आम आसबू तेणु यही सब जो संपर्क आम भितर संपर्क के छोट बोली भाव दरकार नहीं समस्त किसी न्याय प्रदान हाथ रही आपण निश्चित भाव में बहुत आगुआ हाथ अच्छे कहीं केस फाइल हेले तो जहाँ किसी हम ना केस फाइलिंग जो मुख्य धार आपण अच्छा केस फाइल है केस लिस्टिंग हम के लिस्ट गोटे केस कोर्ट रे पड़ो केस पढ़ी सारा सर्टिफिकेट कॉपी मिल सर्टिफिकेट मिले लोक केमती नहीं जीव एवं प्रत्येक महकिल सुविधा असुविधा आपण मैंने ओतप्रोत भाव जड़ित आपण मैंने हूँ से कर्णधार जो मैंने कि जो मान साहाय्य एटलिस्ट आमर न्याय प्रदान प्रणाली गोटे उपलब्धि आसे जे आम ठीक भाव में कम करुँ तेणु आपण मान अवदान बहुत भी से आपने केवे भावियोनी आम छोट कम गोटे करुँ आप किसी बुझा होनी आप समस्त कथा बुझा बुझा जाऊँगी बुझा हम भविष्य तेणु आपण मानक मुझे प्रतिश्रुति दे पारे जे आपण माने निश्चित भाव में गोटे भल परिवेश सृष्टि करी नुआ वकिल जो मैंने आसुचंती तांको ठीक भाव में दिग्दर्शन दे आम संस्था को आहरी उच्च को नियंतु कहीं भारत वर्ष में बर्तमान आम मुख्य विचारपति नेतृत्व में आम जो स्तर में पहुंचीचु से आपण मान अवदान रही तेणु भविष्य में आम जिते उपरକୁ ଯିବା से समस्त सहयोग तेणु आपण सहयोग कामना करुच्ची सहयोग कामना रहिले निश्चित भाव में आम निश्चय आगे जावा ओडिशा ना बाहर बहुत सुंदर भाव में प्रतिफलित करवा आम भारत प्रथम विचारपति विचारालय हिसाब से परिगणित होगा से आपण सहयोग कामना कर
A warm evening for all who are over the dais, my Chief Justice, Dr. Muralidhar, my colleague, Dr. Sarangi, Mr. Basant Kumar Raut, President, Odisha High Court Legal Assistant Association, Mr. Dilip Kumar Mohanty, Secretary, Odisha High Court Legal Assistant Association, and my brother judges, and my dear legal assistants who are supporting this system from the base level. Sometimes it is told in the legal fraternity, a lawyer's chamber is known by his legal assistant or munsi. And they create the breeze between the client and the lawyer. And we have seen in our practice days, some chambers, particularly the chambers of the senior advocates, are totally controlled by the legal assistants. And the junior advocates are just running after them when they can get a brief through the senior, and they will manage everything. They will let understand senior that this junior advocate is doing very well, because senior always, not in the district level court or the high court, the initial years, they take up the very small matters, what we call the small matters. Senior cannot look after how they are doing. They take the report from the legal assistants, how he presented the case. So the junior advocate's fate depends on the legal assistants. Yeah. I know then when I joined in the profession, that my mother came from a village. This village home everybody has nowadays also. So one legal assistant was practicing in this now Guwahati High Court at the time, Agartala permanent bench. The moment he heard that I have joined, he left his chamber and he came. And he became troublesome for me. I am telling because he used to call my mother by name because from the same village. And I tried to, as a new generation lawyer at that point of time, to control him. He says, no, you do not know anything. You do this thing. Every time he was right. Because we have studied in the law schools, we have studied constitution, we have studied various other laws, but how laws operation in the procedural, the points that you have to push an application, there is a sheristadar, there is a peshkar, when your application will be moved, not depend on the judicial officer most of the time, not depend on the lawyer, depends on the legal assistance. I have found they push it. So where the clients are concerned, that sometimes we are doing a very complicated case and judge is not getting our point, we get irritated. And at that time, legal assistants come and he was being pushed by the client. What happened in my case? Lawyers get tremendously irritated at that point of time. They come in the evening in my chamber, I tell you. At that time, it is a very crucial point in the fraternity that only the legal assistant go to the client, don't worry, everything is going right. Even if it doesn't go right, they will tell the client it's going right. Don't worry, something would happen. I still fondly remembered that when I was in the profession, my first legal assistant died. And he was such a wonderful person. His son was a graduate by that time. He introduced to me that he will carry out my work from your chamber. And thereafter, I put him to the chamber of the Advocate General because I was elevated. And now he has a contact with my son who is practicing now. They are like the guardian in our family. Even they are not visible in our, when we argue before the court. I have my all regards because I have just walked through all these experience, how they help the people and taking the blame on that sometimes, because sometimes they cannot manage the things because this is beyond their control. But when I came this High Court, I'm seeing so many the legal assistants and the High Court is recognizing them. It is a very rare moment, I tell you. They are always an unsung heroes in the entire profession. So felicitating them, to be very honest, felicitating this profession, legal profession, felicitating this legal institution on which the judges, the lawyers, and you depend. Because we serve the people outside there who seek justice. And all of us in various planes and various levels are serving from those community. I hope that breeze that our Chief Justice is trying to make, that is work very good, efficiently, and the culture inside the institution, I think gradually would change and we'll have a mutual respect for each other. And that will be the wonderful day. And I look forward that day. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, my lord, for sharing your insightful thoughts. I would now seek permission from the dais to proceed ahead in the felicitation program. Thank you, sir. As a token of reverence, humble appreciation, we would now like to felicitate the members of the High Court Odisha Legal Assistants Association who have completed 30 years in their profession. It would be my utmost privilege to request Dr. Justice S. Muralidhar, Chief Justice, High Court of Orissa, to felicitate Shri Vasant Kumar Raut, President, High Court of Odisha Legal Assistants Association. Shri Dilip Kumar Mahanti, Secretary, High Court of Odisha Legal Assistants Association.
Do you have your card here? The legal assistant here? Your legal assistant? Your legal assistant is here? Is not is there?
May I now request Honorable Shri Justice Subhashish Talapatra, Judge, High Court of Orissa, to felicitate Shri Akrura Behra. Shri Baman Charan Mahanti. Shri Bhaskar Charan Mahanti. Shri Fakir Charan Naik. Shri Krishna Chandra Mishra. Shri Mahendra Barad. May I now request Dr. Justice Vidyut Ranjan Sarangi, Judge, High Court of Orissa, to kindly felicitate. Shri Motilal Mishra. Shri Prafulla Chandra Mahanti. Shri Prafulla Kumar Naik. Ramachandra Naik. May I now request Dr. Justice B.R. Sarangi sir to kindly take his seat. May I now request Justice Debarta Das to kindly add on the dice and felicitate. Shri Suresh Chandra Sundarai. Shri Sarangadhara Swain. Shri Sadananda Das. Akshay Kumar Swain. May I now request His Lordship to kindly take his seat. May I now request Honorable Justice Sangam Kumar Sahu, Judge High Court of Orissa, to kindly come to the dais and felicitate. Shri Atanu Kumar Das. Shri Ashok Kumar Rana. Shri Artat Rana Naik. And Shri Ajay Kumar Mahapatra. May I now request His Lordship to kindly take his seat. May I now request Honorable Justice Mruganga Sekhar Sahu to kindly come to the dais and felicitate. Shri Babuli Charan Panda. Shri Vibhuti Bhushan Mallik. Shri Vijay Kumar Das. Shri Vishnu Charan Panda. Shri Chaturbhuja Swai. And Shri Dhruva Charan Kantha. May I request His Lordship to kindly take his seat. May I now request Honorable Justice R.K. Patnaik to kindly come to the dais to felicitate. Shri Dharanidhara Mahanti. Shri Gopavandhu Sundarai. Shri Gopinath Barik. Shri Ghanoshyam Mahanti. Hare Krishna Jena. And Harihara Sundarai. May I now request His Lordship to kindly take his seat. May I now request Honorable Shri Justice Shashikanta Mishra, Judge High Court of Orissa, to kindly come to the dais to felicitate. Shri Hemant Kumar Patra. Indramani Panda. Jagabandhu Lenka. Jatindra Kumar Maharana. Jatadhari Muduli. May I now request His Lordship to take his seat. May I now request His Lordship, Honorable Shri Justice A.K. Mahapatra, to kindly come to the dais. And felicitate Shri Kedarnath Sahu. Shri Manmohan Panda. Shri Muralidhar Biswal. Shri Niranjan Singh. And Shri Pratap Kumar Sahu. May I now request His Lordship to kindly take his seat. May I now request Honorable Justice V. Narsingh to kindly come to the dais. To felicitate Shri Prasanna Kumar Behra. Shri Prasanna Kumar Lenka. Shri Pramod Kumar Mahanti. Shri Pradipta Kishore Mahanti. And Shri Prasanna Kumar Swain. So may I now request His Lordship to kindly take his seat. May I now request Honorable Chief Justice M.S. Raman to kindly come to the dais to felicitate. Shri Purnananda Naik. Shri Radha Mohan Naik. Shri Ranjan Kumar Mahapatra. Shri Ranjan Kumar Barik. And Shri Rohit Kumar Raut. May I now request His Lordship to kindly take his seat. May I now request Honorable Chief Justice Sanjay Kumar Mishra to kindly come to the dais to felicitate. Shri Sanjay Kumar Rath. Sarat Chandra Biswal. Sarat Chandra Das. And Sarat Kumar Mahanti. May now request His Lordship to kindly take his seat. May I now request Honorable Justice Sabitri Ratha Madam to kindly come to the dais to felicitate. Shri Srinivas Mahanti. Soilendra Biswal. And Shyam Sundar Biswal. May I now request her ladyship to kindly take a seat. May I now request His Lordship Shri Gauri Sankar Satpathy, Judge High Court of Orissa, to kindly come to the dais to felicitate. Shri Saurav Chandra Das. Shri Subhash Chandra Das. Shri Tapan Kumar Swain. And Shri Khirot Chandra Swain. May I now request His Lordship to kindly take his seat. Thank you. May I now request Shri Chittaranjan Das, Judge High Court of Orissa, to kindly come to the dais to felicitate. Shri Madhavananda Mahanti. Prafulla Kumar Mallik. And Shri Rashmi Ranjan Das. Thank you, my lords. May I now seek permission from Dr. Justice S. Muralidhar, Chief Justice, High Court of Orissa, for release of welfare stamp of 10 rupees for Legal Assistance Association. Thank you, sir. May I now humbly request Dr. Justice S. Muralidhar, Chief Justice, High
Pranam. A very warm good evening to everyone. My esteemed colleagues, Justice Talapatra, Justice Sarangi, all the colleagues sitting here, Justice Devabrata Das, Justice Sangam Kumar Sahu, Justice Mranganka Sahu, Justice Savitri Ratho. Pardon if I missed the seniority. Justice Narsingh, Justice Aditya Mahapatra, Justice Sashikant Mishra, Justice Gauri Shankar Satpathy, Justice Patnaik, Justice Sanjay Mishra, Justice Raman, Justice Chitranand Das. The President of the Legal Assistance Association, Shri Raut, the Secretary, Shri Manti, all the very senior legal assistants present here, all the legal assistants present here, my very dear registry officers, the Registrar General and his very able team of officers, Badri, the Director of the Odisha Judicial Academy, my own Secretary, Anand Dash, all the others who are present here, including the persons from the media. These are the occasions, as Justice Talapatra and both Justice Sarangi and he were mentioning, these are the occasions that make us all truly happy. When we started planning the events for the 75th year of the High Court, we sat down to ask ourselves, when we talk of a whole institution's history, so many people have contributed to its history. And who all could it be? And I don't think there was even a slightest trace of doubt in any of our minds that the legal assistants, the munshis of the clerks, form a very, very, very important role. And they form the part of the edifice. They form the part of the edifice of the institution. Today, as each of them was being felicitated, and amazing how Justice Sarangi can trace each of their seniors. It's a hats off to him. He's able to do that so well. I could see how much of a role each of them has played in the shaping up of that senior. Of course, it's a mutual learning. If the senior does not happen to be too much older than you, then it's a mutual learning. It's a hand-in-hand building the chamber. If I were to actually be honest, because we've all been lawyers in the bar, I think they should not be called legal assistants. They should actually be called chamber managers. That's the correct designation. That's the correct designation. They manage a lot of things about the senior, not just about the professional work. They know what kind of tea the senior likes. When does he like to have his samosa? When does he like to have dum aloo dum? So this peculiar traits of the senior advocate, and Justice Talapatra was saying, if the senior is very upset, they would know that. But still go and assure the client, no, it'll all get sorted out. It'll be, don't worry. This knowing the pulse of not just the senior, but each of the juniors in the chamber, each of the younger colleagues in the chamber manager, the legal assistant, plays a very, very important role. I'm also going to start reminiscing, but like both Justice Sarangi and Justice Talapatra have done. It's inevitable. In 1984 in Chennai, that's where I started my practice. I started with a moderately placed lawyer, not a very great senior in the sense of well-known, but he had a lot of work. He had work with the banks, with the insurance companies. He was a panel lawyer for them. Basically, a lot of work in the city civil courts and in the MSCT tribunal. So that's where I cut my teeth. And he was also very good at conveyancing. You know, it's a very rare combination of a lawyer who can do good conveyancing, drawing up sale deeds. They perform such an important role. We don't realize those lawyers who do that kind of work, and only they can do it. If you ask me to draft a sale deed, I'll make hopeless mistakes. If you ask me to register a will, I cannot do it. So some specialists are there in every field, and this man had a fair good control of the chamber. But the key person in that chamber was the Munshi. If he did not come that day to the chamber, my senior will get restless. His mood will be upset. He will not know which is where. Where is this file? Where is that? He'll say, where is that person? Where is Raghavan? So if Raghavan doesn't turn up, finished. The whole day is upset. So we all as juniors used to pray that today he should not be on leave. Today he should come on time. Because the pulse of the chamber is that legal assistant. And he told me, my senior is very clear, because after a few days, like most juniors, I had a long face. So after 10 days or 15 days, my senior called me, he said, why are you having a long face? Sir, I'm learning nothing. He said, from tomorrow morning, you'll only go with this clerk, with this legal assistant of mine. Go with him, see what he does. I said, what about going to court? He said, you'll learn nothing unless you go with him. So for the next 2 months, I was tailing this legal assistant. I then realized what law practice is all about, what it is to get that plaint registered, what it is to get it listed, how to appear before the court. He would give me he had the horoscope of every judge. He told me, this person better answer all his questions immediately. This person, just keep quiet. If you don't say anything, the judge will give you everything. There are some judges like that. If you try and say till the judge, CPC, CRPC, he'll say, oh, you're trying to tell me. So some judges, so you have to play, like playing cricket. Some are tough balls. Some you have to leave alone. So this legal assistant had an intimate knowledge of the court. That is where he had, his whole field is that. So he watches a lot of things. He knows the client, he knows the lawyer, he knows the staff in the court. So when he walks into the branch, once or twice I tried going and getting something numbered. The man would not even lift his eyes to look at me because I was a very junior person. Why would the dealing assistant look at me? I went to the legal assistant. He said, oh, how are you? He slapped his back. He said something about his brother, his father. They exchanged pleasantries. And then he said, that file. He said, oh, no problem. And from whatever the file, he took out a file. This is the beauty of the legal assistant. He knows that dealing assistant. He knows how to get work done from the dealing assistant. They have to watch for the moods of several people. They can't afford to get upset. The legal assistants, if they start getting upset, then everything collapses. They have to keep everybody well-humored. And it's not an efficient system. See, our systems are inefficient systems. Everything doesn't work the way it should. So to get things done, The senior says, this is a very important client. Tomorrow morning, I don't know what you do, you must get it mentioned. Now the legal assistant, that is his skill. How will he get this numbered within just 12 hours? I have benefited so much from my legal assistants. I used to be counsel with the Election Commission when Mr. Session was the Chief Election Commissioner. And things will happen overnight. Some High Court will stay Mr. Session's order. He'll immediately say, call up our man in the Supreme Court. So you have to draft things overnight. You have to get it numbered overnight. Then you have to mention it, before the court. So if I did not have an efficient legal assistant, I would not be standing before you today. I can tell you that. I owe my practice, my growth in the profession a lot to my own legal assistants. I've learned so much from them. I've learned watching the legal assistants of the seniors, because in the Supreme Court, you have to go and find the senior to argue. First conference I will have you heard of this word called casting director in films? When you read, all of you, I would urge, don't walk away when the film is over. Wait till the credits come. Today's functions is like that credits. We as a High Court are acknowledging who are the behind the scenes persons. So there is this person called the casting director. He will know for this role, he or she will know for this role who will be the good actor. There is an art, there is a skill in that. So my first consultation for whom to engage for this matter is with my clerk. My legal assistant will tell me, Saab, for this matter, that will work. That person will work. This person will work. He will be able to handle this court better. You need those inputs. You need those inputs definitely in the Supreme Court, because this is the last court. If you get it wrong, it's all over. But definitely in the High Court also. The legal assistant knows the paying capacity of the client. He knows it much better than the lawyer does. He will make the good assessment of the legal assistance of the client's capacity. So there are so many factors that go into a case getting filed, getting numbered, getting listed, getting heard, then further getting listed. The toughest part is the listing after the first hearing. This happens in many courts, including the Supreme Court. So the role of the legal assistant is so integral to the entire legal system. And that is not acknowledged often. And when this 75th year celebrations, we said this is the best opportunity, not just to tell all of us what great work you're doing, but to tell everyone who's watching the legal system what great work you're doing. So from all of us, a big congratulations and thank you to each of the legal assistants. You're the backbone of the system. You're shaping the bar in many ways. Both my colleagues have told you how much you shape juniors, how much you teach the juniors what the legal system is about. And I'm expecting you to teach them even more. World is changing around us. I spoke to the lawyers just a few days ago. Technology has come in a big way. It's not just the lawyers who have smartphones. The legal assistants have smartphones. Maybe the lawyer has 2 smartphones. One smartphone is parked with the legal assistant. Mr. Parja, I'm sure, will tell Mr. Raut, you keep this phone and you manage it for some time. Likewise, Mr. Rautre, Mr. Budedhar Vatra will probably tell Mr. Manti, now you keep this phone and tell them that I'm not available. Correct? If you want a case to be argued by Mr. Rautre, you better be nice to Mr. Mohanty here, sitting here. See, they know how much the senior is busy. When is the best time to meet that senior? Will the senior be able to take up this case or not? I had the fortune of watching the Supreme Court, many seniors, many stalwarts, and stalwarts from all over the country. So one such stalwart was Mr. Ashok Sen. And Mr. Ashok Sen had this legal assistant, his name was Bhaumik. I'm sure Justice Talapatra will remember that. So Bhaumik, we all nicknamed him as 10%. Clerkage was 10% those days. And the billing, you always get clerkage, and that was 10%. So Mr. Bhaumik was known as 10%. But that was a kind of a nickname. But really, if Mr. Ashok Sen had to go to a court and argue a case, if Mr. Bhaumik was not around, Mr. Sen will not move. Mr. Bhaumik was so integral to how Mr. Sen accepted briefs, where he argued the briefs, which court he should go to, because the Supreme Court, there are many courts calling out matters at various times. Which one should Passover be taken? Which one should he go later? Which one should he go in the first call? Mr. Bhaumik will decide. And he had an uncanny sense of the pace of each court, so that Mr. Sen does not miss a matter. Why I'm saying all this is, there is so much about the system that the legal assistants watch and make things happen. We don't acknowledge it enough. And I think for lawyers, for younger lawyers who are watching this program, some of them may be present here, there is so much to learn about the system from legal assistants. Don't let go of that opportunity. Whenever you join a chamber, watch what the legal assistant does. And you can learn a lot when you become self-sufficient to launch into private practice on your own. What you learn from the senior is invaluable, but what you learn from the senior's legal assistant is equally invaluable. I would only request both the president and the secretary to look at the future. Probably even your legal assistants need training in the new systems. There are systems which are going to improve the functioning of the court. There are systems that the client will want to avail of. So whether it's e-filing or anything, any other virtual hearing, please don't understand that your role is over. Probably your role is even more. Because when you learn, you're able to impart that knowledge to the younger members of the bar. The senior members of the bar do not have time to teach the younger members. They're busy with their work. It's the legal assistants who actually do the hand-holding of the younger members of the bar. I want all of you to upgrade yourselves, upgrade your knowledge. Use technology to the best possible way, because things are changing around us. You have to change the way you work, just as you will find that lawyers have changed the way they work and the courts have changed the way they work. This is the future. Also, the second request is that make yourself most diverse. I asked him how many women members are there in your association, and he said hardly. There are no women members. So encourage women to come into even your profession. Just like we need to encourage women lawyers, more and more women lawyers, encourage women to come even into the profession of legal assistants. That is how it will be a richer experience for everyone. You bring in more diversity, more plurality, then you become a better functioning association. And we all need that. We all need different ways of looking at our own way of functioning, newer ideas to come in, and newer ways of tackling problems. It's been a very, very happy day overall for this court, because we've had just a function honoring our employees who had completed 25 years of service. And this evening, we're honoring legal assistants who've completed 30 years of service. Some of them look so young. We can't believe that they've completed 30 years in this very noble profession of yours of being legal assistants. I'm sure you will inspire the younger legal assistants working in the court. So once again, thank you very much for supporting this institution. And please continue supporting it. Let us all work hand in hand to develop a very healthy bar, a very independent bar, and through that, an independent judiciary. Jai Hind.
Thank you, my lord, for sharing your insightful thoughts and sharing your personal experience, emphasizing the role of legal assistants and how they are integral in court's work. Thank you, sir. As we are approaching at the end of today's program, I would now request Secretary, High Court of Odisha Legal Assistants Association, Shri Dilip Kumar Mahanti, to present the vote of thanks. Sir.
To the Honorable Chief Justice of Odisha, Honorable Dr. Justice B.R. Soding, Honorable Justice S. Talaputra, and Honorable Registrar General, President of Legal Assistance Association, ladies and gentlemen. I, on behalf of the members of Legal Association, are very grateful today and also highly obliged that the Honorable Chief Justice sympathetically consider our representation and introduce a welfare stamp of ₹10 for the betterment of the members of Legal Assistance Association. Moreover, Chief Justice felicitate our member, which is a great achievement for us, and like the district area become the Greenland by rainfall, which fulfill our dream to reality. I have no word to say more, as our Honorable Chief Justice give us various benefits. Moreover, the Honorable Chief Justice, Honorable Dr. Justice B.R. Sorangi, Honorable Justice S. Talaputra, and other judges, Honorable Registrar General, and given their honorable time, join this program and encourage us, which show the highly of their lordships. We therefore highly obligation for ever and thank to their lordships. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now we proceed to the end of the program. I would now seek permission from the Honorable Chair to declare the program is closed. Thank you, sir. Now the program is declared closed. I would request Honorable Judges and all the felicitated members to kindly assemble at the portico for a group photograph, followed by high tea. Thank you.